Joining us now on Blitz on the phone is Tanya Porter, second-year head coach of the Dawson Lady Tigers volleyball team. Tanya, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. We're excited about what we started here in Dawson County, so thank you for recognizing it.
Absolutely, and last year was the first year for the program at any level, as I was talking to you before this call. Kind of explain how unique that situation is, starting a program from scratch and starting it at a top level going backwards.
It has its challenges, no doubt, but it has been a learning experience certainly for me and the athletes that are participating. We only had one girl last year on that last year's squad that had any volleyball experience at all, and she has been key to kind of build our program around, and a great floor leader for us. So it's had its challenges because no one knew anything about the sport really coming into it. So we had to learn everything from top to bottom, rules, rotations, everything. But on the other side of that, I think that's almost been a good thing because we're growing together, and that's kind of been exciting to see, the girls really take hold and move forward with this thing together, and kind of brings us together, I guess, that common bond.
Yeah, absolutely. And last year the team went 3-29, I believe. This year already 4 wins, so you already surpassed that. I imagine that's got to be a big deal for this program, just knowing that you're already making huge strides in just one season.
It has been. We won the Mountain Madness tournament that we hosted here, and we swept the competition that night. So we picked up 3 wins on that night alone. And the emotions were super high because, like you said, that equaled what we had won all of last season. Mm-hmm. And although we knew we were making progress last year, from the beginning of the season to the end, it wasn't quite showing up in the win-loss category. So, to start off this year as well as we have has been great, and it's a great thing for us to build momentum on it and keep going.
Yeah, and that Mountain Madness, as you touched on that, what do you think the ripple effect is on again, this is a new program in the community, and being able to win a tournament like that to start a year, what's going to be the ripple effect, years forward from that, you think?
I think, that we have just, with the new program and the publicity that we're getting because it's new and the paper and that sort of thing, I'm thinking that it's really going to encourage a lot of younger athletes to pick up a sport that, quite frankly, hasn't even been offered in the county before. So, it gives a different type of athlete an opportunity to play and compete where they may not be as skilled or interested in other sports. So I think, ripple effect is just the excitement that it's generating in the whole community, and hoping that it, just continues to grow.
Yeah, and I'm sure from those first 3 games, you had some players that really stood out. Was there anyone in particular, or maybe a handful of players, that you were kind of surprised at them kind of coming into their own starting here in the second year?
Yes, I wasn't surprised, of course, with Brittany, who's our setter. She has and continues to be one of our best floor leaders. So not surprised at her, but we had she's a sophomore this year. She played JV all year last year, and due to some injuries, we had a girl that go down with an ACL tear. She's had to step in and start for us, and Harmony Evans has really stepped up to the plate. So that's kind of a surprise in one way to me, a pleasant surprise. Mm-hmm. And then we had a young lady transfer from West Hall, actually at the end of last season, but came to us a little late to be eligible for the season. So Amber Fight has come on and she has some volleyball experience, so she has helped us greatly. I mean,
yeah,
we are so thankful for her.
Yeah, and I know that even though you go 3-0 to start, in that tournament, you've scuffled here a couple matches that you've dropped. But what are the biggest areas that you really are harping on your team to kind of improve on, as you get deeper into the season?
We're still young and inexperienced in a lot of ways, and so we're trying to. We had last couple of matches actually terrible serving, so we had a ton of service errors that cost us greatly. And so that's something we spend at least 20, 25 minutes at every practice on at different times, is just serving, just getting it over and looking for zones to try to hit. Transitioning is something that we didn't have the experience, quite honestly, to focus on last year. So transitioning and coverage, things that are just a little bit higher level skills that we really are weak in, because we didn't spend any time last year on that with a bunch of new girls. So those are some areas that I think we spend a lot of practice time on, and hope to see some improvement on this year.
Yeah, and you talked a little bit ago about just the buzz in the community. Would you mind going a little more in depth on what has that been like, especially here in this second season? You've had that 1 year under your belt, but what's the community and school-wide support looking like, and getting people to show up and be loud for the girls?
I have been very, very thankful and surprised, honestly, at the attendance at our games. A winning team, of course, no matter what the sport, I think attracts fans. But this year we have had a lot of people come and watch us play. And a lot of it, we started a middle school program this year as well. So a lot of it is our middle school girls who are showing interest, and coming and studying and being learners of the game. And then just in the community, you go out and you hear people say, I hear y'all are doing great this year in volleyball, and I'm going to get out and catch a match, and that sort of thing. So I know that we have, as usual with any athletics in Dawson County, great community support, and here in the school as well. So
yeah, and that's only going to grow, and congrats already on that tournament championship, and I know that's a sign of great things to come, and thank you so much again for your time, and I just really look forward to seeing what the girls do the rest of the way.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you giving us a call and letting us share the great things that are happening over here.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right, thank you.